Yo, what's up? I'm Matt. And I'm here today to talk to you about movies. Yes, movies. Yes, I know I have an acne problem and I look ugly. One step ahead of you, hater. And for those of you that don't hate, see this blue Sharpie? It's yours. No, take it. Take it. No? Okay. You had your chance. Now, you see, I don't want to brag or anything because I know there's people who know a lot more than I do about this kind of stuff, but I've seen a lot of old silent films. I've seen the German black and white film Metropolis. I've seen the film The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and all these are great films. I mean, yeah, some people think they're silent, they're black and white. How are they going to beat today? Well, they do beat today's movies, by far. I mean, not saying that all movies today are bad. There are a lot of good movies. And there's certainly a lot of bad movies. Now, not that I'm saying any names. Such a terrible movie. I feel like movies back then, like the old King Kong, and even though that has sound and it's not a silent film, it really is amazing. I mean, these classic films, the reason why they're so classic, because these are like the beginning of film. And even with silent films, it's like amazing. Yeah, you got like these black things that say the dialogue, but you don't have that happening every 2 seconds. A lot of it is just raw emotion, like slapstick comedy. Charlie Chaplin, he's chasing this guy around a bench. They go around the bench, they bump into each other, fall down, and then they go around, and then that happens on the other side. Then they fall down the bench. I mean, to me, that's funny. That's comedy in film. It originated with just silent and action. And, you know, Charlie Chaplin did this to people, and he'd, like, tip his hat, and then he'd laugh, and he'd swing his cane around, and he'd do that big smile. I mean, that's just, I think if you really look back to the roots of film, they're pretty great and a little more memorable than some of the films we have today. Seriously, I mean, a lot of films nowadays seem to have a lot of, what? And definitely have a fair share of, seriously, why would they choose him for the main actor? And my favorite, of course, seriously, why would you make a sequel to that? What is there left in the story to tell or make new? It doesn't make any sense! It doesn't make any sense! But in all seriousness, I think films back in the day, I'm talking like 1920s, 1950s, heck, there are good and bad films in the 1970s, but one of my favorite films is called yes, I know I have this here. Haters be hating. Hum dum bum yum what the heck? There's no Z's in the title. I got it! The Abominable Dr. Phibes. It's a movie from the 1970s starring Vincent Price. It's one of my favorite films. It's really weird though. I mean, it's genius. Damn it. It's got great cinematography, the storyline is so lush, the character of Dr. Phibes is so well thought out, yet it's got comedy in it. It's like a murder mystery with comedy. And it feels like the writer was just kind of writing it one day. Look at me with my wireless keyboard in the 1970s! And just kind of wrote what he wanted to write. He put down on paper what he wanted to do. And he did it. And he was like, direct this! And they were like, yes! Yes, so that's my opinion on all that. And if you agree with it, then like it and maybe post a comment, and it'll spark up conversation. And if you didn't like it, then, well, haters be hating. If I had 2 webcams next to each other, I could make this thing in 3D. And that could be pointing at you in 3D. Can you imagine that? Maybe YouTube will give me some money and make it in 3D. You know, if I can afford another webcam. Because my allowance is like 50 grand a week? I can't buy anything with that. What, like a candy bar? What?